just entered 1000 Watt Radio. You entered the room. Hit the like button. If you digging what you hearing, subscribe.
And if you really want to help me out, like I said before, like it and leave a comment. Help your boy get into the algorithm.
When you drop in, you'll hear tracks like this. 1000 Watts Radio.
Tracks like this.
And here's an exclusive.
Only on this commercial. Like I said before, like it and leave a comment.
Once upon a time and I heard that I was ugly. Came from a bitch who nigga wanna I said my face bomb, ass tight, racks stack up shack height, jury on me flashlight. I been lit since last night. Hit him with that good, make a nigga act right. Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Big bad pussy, another belly band. Take a man, Balenciaga, put it back and all these bitches fuck. It's big bad pussy, another belly band. Take a man, running back, party back and all you bitches fuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's up. Up, then it's up.
Somebody told me this, and I know this to be true. Your kitchen is supposed to be your hospital for your family. What kind of hospital your like mama gave you? Little babies eating McDonald's fries all week.
I like that. That's a cold saying right there.
It's the truth. Your kitchen is supposed to be the hospital for your family. Your family is strong and healthy because of your kitchen. How many bitches can say that? Who you know that makes sure they take care of their family? I'm not saying there's none who don't.
Right.
But I'm saying most situations in America, your family is raised off garbage. Your kitchen is full of little Debbie's and...
The truth is that most of them just want to be able to have control over the entire situation, bro. They want to be able to control where your money go. They want to be able to control where you live, what you eat.
Yes.
With a blood clot.
God damn.
It's Tuesday.
Not the
How
day
y'all
for that.
doing? Promote conscious parenting.
Right.
With the Harrison.
That's the day. It's that
He
day
said,
right
she
there.
said, love and abundance.
Yeah.
You know, a little irrational, out of control. You know how I do. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, I try to be as honest as possible.
I know that's
You
right.
know,
What's
salute
good?
to everybody. Thank you for pulling up and hopping in. Hey, babe.
Salute. I wasn't ready for that.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I
You
wasn't
know,
ready
you gotta
for
keep
that.
them on the toes a little
What's
bit.
good, y'all? What's good? Hope everybody is doing well. Shout out to everybody that is in the building. It's Tuesday. We got a fun one for you today. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Good
Okay,
conversation. It's gonna be some, edutainment today. So let's go ahead and get to the
No pettiness? Oh, dang.
pleasantries. Nah, that was last week.
Okay.
That was
That's over.
last
Sorry.
week.
I thought we
Yep,
was
18
still
is
in last
in.
week.
The building. Good evening, moderators, Mr. and Mrs.
You know how we hold on.
Mr. and Mrs.
He said, she said.
Corey Joe
Good evening,
is
everybody.
in the building. Red lipstick vibes,
sister
where the
girl.
vibe is always positive, sister.
Sister, you've been on my mind. Oh, sister.
My sister. We was running around all day. We didn't speak to our sister. She said, "What the fuck?"
So what the hell is going on around here? Hello? Good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah, so sorry, sis, but yeah, work done flooded me, but I got my raise though. Baby,
Yes.
did I bring the paper home? Show it to
Yeah,
you?
you showed
Did
me.
I
You
bring it
showed
home?
me.
Show you?
Yes, it was nice.
Did I show you the
Shout out to the
email? Did I show you
corporation.
the email with all of the
Looking out for
extras?
their
With all of the,
you know,
Yeah.
employees.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
If we met our quota and we exceeded and
Exceeded.
surpassed,
Yes,
and
yes.
I'll show you the numbers.
Over 100%.
Niggas
Y'all
talk
did y'all
all that
thing.
shit they want. I show you. I am diligent in my work.
Yeah, salute to you. I'm just glad you found something as an older gentleman where you can sit.
Right.
You know, that I couldn't see you working hard like that. That tile work, like construction.
Money
was hard.
there.
Even running the business, you know, and trying to have employees, you still got to be hands on because
That's a
y'all are
fact.
fools. Like
That's a
even
fact.
it's bad. You want something done right.
We was
do
running
it
around
yourself.
even more with the business, the paperwork,
Yes.
you crunching the numbers,
Yes.
trying to find the next job, getting this job done,
And let me
getting
just
the
say,
materials.
3 years, we've never got a call. I've never got a customer complaint, a call back to say, hey, the grout is falling out.
Come fix
or,
this.
you know, a tile came up.
Redo
Never.
this.
So salute y'all. Y'all definitely did some great work. And if y'all needed to get on the floors and on the walls to lay some tile, y'all can do it. It's a skill you just never forget.
We had a whole process. We wasn't
Yes.
we weren't skipping anything. Like, yo, check this
It was
out.
good and quick.
Roof and paper behind the waterproofing.
Waterproofing. Y'all laid heated floors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With
We
the
gonna
heat up under
reinforce the
there.
waterproofing. We
Listen,
gonna tape up
I
all
was
the
impressed.
seams. We gonna
Yes.
like nothing's getting through here.
And I'm a wife. I went on a few jobs.
You did.
You know, my
You
brother
did.
quit
Damn.
his own business.
You ain't gotta tell him that. You
Fuck
ain't gotta
that.
say
Fuck that. Okay. He quit his own business, and I had to, you know, I ain't have to, but it was maybe 1 or 2 I jumped in on. And when family members have something, I'm always right there to, you know, assist or
we
whatever.
did a couple of family members,
Yeah, got to
auntie
see.
and all that, and you was right there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
But
you gotta do it.
it was definitely something. Time is in the building. Mr. He said, Mrs. She
Fire,
said.
baby. Fire, baby. Fire.
So you looking a little blurry?
Make it last forever and ever. A little blurry. Let's see.
You gotta twist that thing right there in the front.
Let's see, yeah. And hit that red light.
You let me know.
Hit the red light right there. Mr. He said, Mrs. She said, make it last forever. And the Tribe family, respect and blessings always. Remember, your health is your true wealth, not money, and your body is your temple, not the church. We're going to talk about it today, Tom. We're going to talk about it today. All right, yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah, you look pretty clear right there. Let's see what they say.
Crazy.
Let's see what they say. All right.
Oh no, that light's in the eyeball.
Yeah, it should be pointing towards Michael and them anyway. There we go. Yeah, your body is absolutely your temple, and today, that is what I had in mind. Mrs. Harris, not sure if you saw the thumbnail. Johnny Blaze is in the building. What up, Johnny Blaze? Corey Joe in the building as well. Our beat extraordinaire. Shout out to you for that rain sequence today.
Yeah.
Very relaxing,
Yes.
therapeutic. I was getting some work done and was able to keep that on in the background. Sis got the popcorn up. She's seen Brother Ricky. Corey Joe dancing, some hip movements.
Is that a little
some
clearer,
fire
sis?
emojis. I see a lot of stuff going on. Y'all camera is a little blurry. Damn. Let's see. What about this other camera? Let's see this one. Boom.
Where is that?
Right there on top of the TV. Yeah, you can leave it. I want to see how it look on the
Okay.
phone. Yeah. See, that's Nikki right there, y'all. Always quick to get up, jump.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Control.
Chill out. You ain't gotta.
Now I'm all grown up.
Damn. She said control.
And I'm a perfectionist. Goodness gracious, it don't make no sense.
Did you say control?
Yeah, I have to try to not.
The truth is that most of them just want to be able to have control over the entire situation, bro. They want to be able to control where your money go. They want to be able to control where you live, what you eat. I ain't gonna.
God damn, you can cook, but you heard what Ricky said?
Yes.
Want to control
It's all about
everything,
brothers.
but can't cook to save their life.
Y'all better get some cooking lessons, man. You paying for them degrees. Y'all better know how to cook. Because the
Ponder
food outside
on
is
that.
killing you. So
Ponder-
I'm just saying.
That one was crazy, and that's where the title and my thought process today was. And it's so crazy that Ricky said that today, because today, not sure if you've seen the title, Mrs. Harris, but it's called Your Food is Killing You in the Process. Your food is killing you in the process. What comes to mind when y'all hear that? What comes to your mind when you hear that? Your food is killing you in the process.
Literally, yes. For me, myself, absolutely. Yes, and I think about the poor habits, the bad eating habits, growing up in poverty, not, having access to healthy nutrients and minerals, not even really being aware of what's the right things to eat and stuff, so later on learning. So I feel like I'm making up for the first 25, 30 years. 25, 30 years. Until I started having those babies, it was like my body said, right? Because you remember, I'm like, I don't eat no spinach. I didn't eat a lot of stuff. And that first baby,
green stuff, she wasn't fucking with.
my body said, spinach, please. Just plain, nothing, yeah. So my body was just changing on its own, That's what I say, being self-aware is quite important. Having self-love, you're gonna care because you're gonna feel those things. You want to feel something, feel your body and what it's going through and what you may need to change what's happening.
Okay.
Human body is very magical. It's a lot of things that we can do for it to change. The bad things we've done to it. So, some organs can't be repaired, but, a lot of them can.
God damn.
Kidneys, it's unique. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Processed foods, it's said.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. I like the way Sister's thinking.
It's been a lot of it.
I like the way she's thinking. Tom checked in. He said, Mr. He said, I know you have a great one. And Mrs. She said, because most women, what is said, you go fix the light. Praise the Lord. God damn. Said processed food. Okay. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Guys, got a little bit of information, got some really dope videos to show. Got my brother Ricky chiming in. Y'all heard what he said? Came and cooked. And we gonna get there. We gonna make all of it make sense tonight. But did you know, Mrs. Harris, did you know that over 70% of food in our grocery stores is ultra processed?
Not just processed? Not just processed, but ultra processed?
And it's making us sick, young and old.
Yes, I absolutely know that. I know.
You want to read that one?
The dangers of processed foods and how they are impacting our health is something you need to be aware of. All the good things that make you feel good, it makes me feel good.
You'll never look at your plate the same way again.
It's true. If you're conscious.
So let's do this. Let's get a bearing. Processed food. What is it, Mrs. Harris?
Processed food is any food that has been altered in some way from its natural state. So, majority of things are processed.
And again, people don't like things when they're altered from their natural state. Wait, it's not natural? I don't want it.
Right. Now it got to be organically natural.
It's not natural. I don't want it. What's so? Why are you so mad that I don't want something that's natural?
That's not natural.
And if I put it in my body, I would want it in my life. Natural things. Natural. Right. Not natural-ish. Not kind of natural. Not natural style. But natural. Usually for convenience, preservation, or flavor enhance, these foods typically have minimal added ingredients and may still retain most of their original nutrients. Examples of processed foods, Mrs. Harris?
Frozen vegetables, blanched before freezing, canned beans, preserved in water or salt, whole grain bread with minimal added ingredients.
And also
We got cheese made from milk, bacteria, and salt. Roasted nuts, sometimes with added salt or oil.
Bread, whole
Examples of
grain
processed
bread,
foods.
right? And cheese, right?
Vegetables.
Which is milk. Bread, milk, and cheese. Ain't that something we always had to keep in our house in addition to eggs?
Absolutely.
Bread, milk, eggs, cheese. Go
Yes.
to the store, get some bread. We are out of milk. Go to the store, get that milk. Half a gallon, go to the store, get some cheese. All that shit was bad for you.
Yeah. That's hood living, poverty living. Make sure you got them grilled cheeses on deck. Peanut butter and jelly, can always make some eggs.
And we kept it in the
It
house.
definitely kept it in the house.
Constantly.
Yes.
It was like red alert when we starting to go without these things.
Right.
That's crazy.
I got $5. Go around the corner now and
Yeah.
go get this bread, that cheese, and try to get the block. Because, we had the slicer, like the deli slicer.
That's crazy. Let's move on to ultra processed foods. Mrs. Harris.
Ultra processed foods go beyond simple processing. These are factory made products packed with artificial additives, preservatives, emulsifiers, and high levels of sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. Oh man, we've had our years of poison. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And weaning is not something that's easy. It's not easy, but like he said, some of the knowledge that you receive, I'll never look at my plates the same. So if I have to change it, I have to consider changing it for everybody, especially the youngest person in the house, because the habits that she picks up is because of us.
That's the fact.
You know what I mean? I give credit to the older ones. They prefer. I used to say it when they were children. If you put a whole table full of goodies up and it was fruits, all of different assortments, and you had cupcakes and cakes and candies, our children would have preferred the fruits and the vegetables versus all that sugary shit. They'll say, well, I'll have a plate of this and then I might go have a cookie or something, So I give them credit for that. Just keep practicing them good habits. It's hard because all the excitement
indeed.
from the commercials
Yes,
and,
indeed.
and it's comfort foods.
Yes, indeed.
Those things that make you feel good.
This is America right here. This is what we're addicted to. The
Ultra
sugar, the
processed,
salt,
yes.
the ultra processed food that's in a factory. That's why the title card had the factory up there with all of those people.
Right.
Because this processed food is affecting us all, young and old. We're going to talk about it. Hustlers in the building. I see you.
Just a FYI, when the cigarette companies weren't allowed to, promote their products, they bought up a lot of the food manufacturers. A lot of people stopped smoking 20 years. It's not as much cigarette smokers as it used to be, 20, 25, 30 years ago. It was crazy. They, like I said, they smoked in school. Our teachers smoked in the classroom. So, 30 years ago, that's what they were doing. Yeah. All right, processed food. Baby got the info. They often contain little to no real food and are designed to be hyper palatable and addictive. Whew, we're not lying. Shout out to Lay's. Lay's was the only food that would say you can't just eat one.
Because they didn't have to say it.
Yeah.
Nobody has to
But they would
say
put
it.
they would put it on there.
I get it, but
their label.
nobody has to say it.
Examples of ultra-processed foods: sugary breakfast cereals loaded with artificial flavors and refined grain.
Fuck one
And the
potato chip. Who
ingredients
can
be like
eat just one
big.
bowl of cereal? Don't you
Right.
see them going in a big pots, 2, 3 bowls? How many bowls do you eat when you eat cereal?
I like cereal.
How many?
Maybe three. I'm one of them.
So
milk
again, it's
and I
not-
pour
it's-
in. So yeah.
Krispy Kreme donuts,
Yeah. People can
oatmeal
say-
cookies.
It
It's
does.
not just Lay's. Like
Right.
people don't have the discipline to eat one of just anything.
Right. Temperance. Everything in moderation.
And that's where the perfect storm comes in, because the lack of discipline, the processed food, how it's super addictive, you become addicted to it. We watch Dr. Now all the time. The food make me feel good. Food is the only thing that I can run to. No, you're addicted to it. And you're making excuses to just get to your addiction quicker.
Right. Get that fix.
What else is ultra processed?
Fast food, chicken nuggets, fries, burgers, soda, and energy drinks. High fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners.
That's American diet right there.
That's all the ingredients.
We all
on
got to go to
everything.
fast food eventually.
You know, I noticed the same ingredients in the chips as in the cookies and in the soda. And everything is all the same stuff. Like, do y'all notice that? If not, hopefully you'll notice now. Pay more attention to what you're ingesting.
Let's get a little more
organs
info
are
before we
dying.
get to a few of these videos. What about this?
All right. Packaged snack cakes and cookies. It's a lot of preservatives, hydrogenated oils, instant noodles, and microwave meals. You know, a lot of MSG, artificial flavors, and preservatives. Preservatives and everything because of the storage life. You don't know a lot of that boxed and canned shit should have been probably been in the factory for a year, 6 months, before it came to the shelves. So yeah, it's amazing.
Absolutely.
This is what they do.
Absolutely. Let's do this. Let's share a screen after I get this right. Let's see, where are we right now? Shout out to everybody that is still with us. We appreciate y'all. So let's go ahead and let's start. Where I want to start at. Let's start from the bottom. Start from the top. Pause.
I can just add that, in early childhood development, children need, the vital vitamins and minerals and nutrients that, help them grow and develop properly, so we can see why a lot of our kids' brains have brain rot and, added into the, giving them the devices very young, and they're eating all this processed food, like their organs are not breathing, like they're not getting any circulation. The blood flow is getting clogged up because of all this processed food, like your body is not able to digest it. And you wonder why our children are pretty sickly, not as active. They have a lot of issues. It has a lot to do with the food. And we just want to make our kids feel good and happy. We don't want to say no. And people trying this soft parenting and all of that. Like, you don't want the children to feel. And that ain't nothing but projection from your own childhood. The parents was too strict. You got your ass whooped. Damn. You know what I mean? And then you turn around and be a sucker to these kids, but it's actually damaging them. It's harming them that they, little Mikey won't eat nothing but chicken nuggets. That nigga needs some broccoli.
That's a fact.
And some carrots and some string beans, and they're gonna have to starve. You're gonna have to be hungry all day. You gonna eat this. Better sprinkle a little Himalayan salt on it. Eat that. But we have to also, show that. We have to eat those things too. They have to see us eating it. So if you're eating chips and gluttonous shit, then that's what they gonna eat.
That's a fact.
So it starts with us.
Sis said it's like almost everything in the food stores now.
Yeah. I was watching one guy and he said the only thing that's natural in the store are almonds and not roasted, just almonds. Everything else is, kind of processed.
Bread, meat, and canned goods are all processed food. Bacon, sausage, ham, hot dogs, salami, and deli meat, some breakfast cereals, not all, but some. And watch out for them baked goods. Talk to them, Time. Talk to them, Time. Hey, Naomi. Naomi is in the building. Shalom, sis. Hope all is well. My cereal choice back in the day used to be Frosted Flakes and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Is crack in the cereal
Absolutely
box.
Made them rich. Yes, we as well.
Damn.
Frosted Flakes was my cereal of choice. It'll mess your stomach up. No lie.
Okay.
It's a lot of sugar.
Well, let's take a look.
Outside the Michigan headquarters of Kellogg, demanding the cereal giant remove artificial dyes from cereals in the U.S. They've done it in other countries. Eva Pilgrim is here with more. Good morning to you, Eva.
Good morning, Robin. There has been this push amongst moms to really pay attention to the ingredients in the foods we feed our kids. This morning...
Push from
moms, you know.
Push from
moms, mothers scream for change. It's always been a thing, you know. The whole 2024, I talked about MAD when we were growing up, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers.
That's a fact.
You know, a lot of the laws, the rules, and regulations have increased because of mothers. We were losing our children to just the foolish behavior, like drinking and driving. It's foolish. It's a speeding bullet, you know. And it's so many people who are the drunk person, they wind up being alive and killing others. And it's a damn shame. So shout out to the mothers who are still trying to make change in our society, but you know, corporations still give us pushback.
Growing concerns around what's in breakfast cereal.
This morning, a food fight over cereal. About 1,000 people protested outside the Michigan headquarters of Kellogg, demanding the company remove artificial dyes from cereals in the U.S.
I'm here for the mom, all the moms who struggle to feed their children healthy food without added chemicals.
Kellogg, the maker of Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks, announced nearly a decade ago that it would remove artificial colors and ingredients. The company did that in other countries. For example, Fruit Loops in Canada are colored with concentrated carrot juice, watermelon juice, and blueberry juice. But in the U.S., Fruit Loops still contain artificial colors, including red dye number 40, yellow dye number 5, yellow dye number 6, and blue dye number 1.
Thoughts, Mrs. Harris?
I mean,
we're getting thin in the chat. They probably, you know, eat a lot of this stuff. So
yeah,
this stuff.
I mean, once you know, change behavior is called for, or your body will talk to you. The body will talk to you. But yeah, those dyes are amazing, and you still see them. Me and Madison, when we picking up things at the grocery store, we look at the ingredients. And I'm like, look, they still got red dye 40 in here.
Super unnecessary.
You know?
I just see how unnecessary it is when you can color the food with natural food coloring, but you know, but people eat it. You know, cereal is a thing. Everybody's house. Again, we look at the carts of the people in the supermarket while we in there. Nothing but sugar in there.
Yeah.
And again, everything breaks down to sugar. So again, for people to act like they understand, I think we need to humble ourselves. Like, be honest that we need to get more nutrition knowledge, and that we're addicted to a lot of these foods. A lot of people are addicted to food. You can see it in their behavior when they go through withdrawal. And it's a lot has to do with food. Holistic medicine, food, alternatives to the medicine that our doctors give us.
I mean, and if we are true believers of Christ, then you know that everything on this planet is made to nourish us properly. So finding the knowledge, learning more about the plants and what you can get, you know, certain minerals and vitamins, nutrients from is important. You know, I'm a believer that if you give children the proper information, they will even encourage the parents. Because it's like, yeah, I don't want to eat that. That's, you know, it's all kind of stuff. They pick up meat off the floor to make them hot dogs, you know. Cypher was funny. Joking with our child and said hot dogs had a human meat in it. And that one was like, she was done after that. And it was a joke. But now we finding that
it's funny that you said that Oz is in the building. What up, Oz? And 18 said cereal stopped tasting good to me years ago. I don't buy it anymore, probably because it gets eaten with cow milk. I like cereal, and that's what I just said to Nikki a little bit ago. I think I like cereal. I just don't like it going with milk. Like, I don't fuck with milk, and I'm always like, that shit gotta be perfect in order for me to even have cereal. So I think it's the milk. So we just made some oat milk. So
came out pretty good.
Gonna try that.
The cashew milk was pretty good.
Yeah, and the cashew milk was amazing. So we're gonna go with that. Oz is in the building. Yes, sir, Mr. He said it's sad they put addictive additives in the food. Absolutely. And like Nikki said, you know, the children will even encourage you to give them better food Our bodies, self-preservation is the first rule of nature. You even said it. Like, I want orange juice. I want
Yes.
orange juice. I want orange juice.
body's
Then you
been
go to the
craving.
doctor, and the doctor's like, you've been deficient in your vitamin
Stuff.
C, and
Mm-hmm.
you should have orange juice. You're like, I've been craving orange juice. Like, in your body
But
has
even
just
he
been
said,
telling
you know,
you.
even a doctor will tell you, I would have to eat 8 bags. I would have to juice 8 bags of oranges to get the amount of calcium you need.
That is correct.
And you know, that's just it's not feasible.
But let's go back to your point about the children giving the parents information to eat better.
Yes.
Appetite was different and you weren't eating your food, Miles. I tried to make something that you would eat because your appetite was different and you weren't eating your food.
Listen, Mama. These things are just a little snacks. They're just little snacks. They're little snacks. Here, Mama, take them away. Take them away. Those are just little snacks.
Miles.
Come on, that's just a little snack. It's just a little snack. It isn't food. It's a little snack.
So what do you suggest?
Food. Snack. It isn't food. It's a little snack.
So what?
It's just a little snack. It isn't food. It's a little snack.
So what do you suggest I do?
I gotta laugh to not cry. Like, I have to laugh to not cry because this shit just, you know, it just shows you how intelligent our little people really are, and we try to dumb them down. We make them lie. We teach them how to lie. The first time a kid tell their mama they breath stink, or you know, you look fat, or you know what I mean, any of that, we're insulted, and it's like you don't talk to your mom like that, so you teaching them how to lie. And then we come adults and y'all say y'all want men to tell the truth. It's crazy. That poor baby. That baby wants some meal. He wants some baked chicken, some broccoli, some mashed potatoes. Whew.
Cook something else. Little snack.
So what do you suggest I do?
Cook something else.
What do you suggest I do? You the parent.
She's bargaining with him.
You are the adult. You don't know what to do.
The truth is that most of them just want to be able to have control over the entire situation, bro. They want to be able to control where your money go. They want to be able to control where you live, what you eat. I ain't gonna even say what you eat because most of them can't fucking cook to save their life, right?
Damn.
Again, everybody wanna hold on to Ricky saying the word break. What about that?
Yeah, that's
What about always want to control something? How about control the things that you can control, like the nourishment of our family, the education of our children, the curation of our home? How about we pick our lane and kind of drive in it before we crash? Because I've always been a Malcolm X fan. You know that. And being a Malcolm X fan, what comes to mind when you think of Malcolm X?
The Nation of Islam.
That is true.
Discipline.
That is true. And Betty.
Now, do you know why Mr. Muhammad teaches us not to eat from the pig?
Well, the pig contains certain disease-causing organisms.
Right. Right, you're exactly right. Now, that's the physical aspect. There's also the mental or psychological aspects, and there's the spiritual reasons why we're not supposed to eat of the pig. Look at the characteristics of a pig. He's sloppy, he's greedy.
See why what Ricky said makes sense? That's why they don't want nutrition, they don't want discipline, they don't want curation, because then they wouldn't look like a fucking pig. They wouldn't be sloppy and all loosely put together and in the street looking all crazy, because you are what you eat. Sloppy like a pig, just in a sty, these conditions that the homes are in. We see the fucking TikToks come through our page all the time. Shame Sunday is a thing. Houses dirty as shit. Just want to control the things that don't need to be controlled. How about control our diet? For you to the way that you control our diet is admirable.
Thank you.
The way we all kind of like fall in line, we understand this is your area.
And I'll even say, like, I can't control what y'all do, but I'm gonna be the model. You'll see. So when you get older, you have your own children. On the day I'm not around, you be like, I remember when my mom used to do this. My mom used to make the milk. My mom used to, and you'll have those skills. Now you doing it, that's something else, man. People have the right to do what they want, and our kids coming up with all the good stuff don't mean they gonna go out and do it. They gonna choose what they want. But this young man said he wants some good food, like this snack shit, these crackers and whatever else she had on there. They ain't nothing but sugar. That's not something that this young person should be going to sleep on. And it's probably late. It's probably like 10 o'clock. It's very unhealthy. The organs need to rest. Like, it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. And, you know, and I've been saying it since I've been doing Shame Sunday. Women have been losing all nurture, all care and consideration and empathy. Like, they think they have all these things, and intuition, like, totally gone. It's gone, ladies. Y'all care more about money, and money, eyelashes, you know, going to get butts done after the third baby, failing and quitting things quickly because it doesn't fit your feelings and you can't control it or them. It's bad. And look at the baby. The babies are more intelligent than y'all, and y'all try to dumb them down. All right, I'm sorry.
You good? Cause you absolutely right.
Wait, take them away. Those are just little snacks.
He might be in foster care.
Come on,
Where's Miles at? Let's look for Miles.
It's just a little snack. It isn't food. It's a little snack.
It's not food,
So what
baby.
do you suggest I do?
Cook something else.
Cook something else, like what?
like the dinosaur chicken nuggets. And like some mashed potatoes. You know that? That isn't a real, it's a real snack, not food.
Miles, I tried to make something that you would eat because your apple.
And try to blame the babies.
Young man
I hear
asked
y'all
for-
say
yep,
that so
yep.
much. I hear
Blame
y'all
the baby.
say that so much.
Blame the baby.
They don't eat nothing else because this is what this is what you put in front of them. They ain't got no choice. If they hungry,
That's right.
they'll go to bed hungry. That's why, you know, we had no choice. There was times we had spaghetti as a kid. I would have to sit there for an hour and pick the freaking peppers and the onions out because I was so picky. They wasn't making nothing else for me. You wasn't, there's no snacks. And shit. This is crazy.
And again, this is, you know, the control that they can have over the young
And
one.
I got a lot of control.
Which is what the world dictates. Like, curate the home. Y'all don't even care about the diet of our babies and then wonder why everybody is shaped like a zero. Everybody is
Penguin.
let's, you know what? You know, no. Let's just
Our poor
read.
babies are swollen.
Read that one.
Shit. How processed food affects the body. High sugar, insulin resistance, diabetes, artificial additives, gut health, destruction. Absolutely, I absolutely experienced that. Seed oils and preservatives, chronic inflammation.
So again, you can act like this is just, you know, clichéic or going out on a limb, but how many people have diabetes? Their body is resistant to insulin. That's from all of the artificial additives. How many people got gut and health problems?
Irritable bowel syndrome.
Chronic inflammation of everything. 600-pound life. That's why Dr. Now is up here with Malcolm and Betty.
Yeah.
Like 600-pound life ain't a thing, and 500-pound life, and 400-pound life, and 350-pound life, and all of y'all walking around acting like this shit is cool. Like there's, oh my goodness, your BMI. You're talking about the white man's body mass index in their chart. Fuck out of here.
Like African bones.
You're just making excuses to continue to eat bullshit. feed your children bullshit.
How does that look in your body?
And then try to play victim to me when you walk up on me and say, nah, man, I got all of these health issues. No, you acquired these health issues because your diet sucks. What did it say right here?
That's what you need to understand. Kids as young as 10 are showing signs of prediabetes. Meanwhile, adults in their 30s are developing chronic diseases that used to hit in their 60s. And that's real. Look at that.
And that's because the little boy want dinosaur chicken nuggets. He think that's actually food. Give me at least dinosaur chicken nuggets. God damn, give me an upper echelon of the fucked up
It says
food.
made with, chicken breasts on it.
He may be smarter than his mama. Give me some mashed potatoes. Hope she making it from real potatoes versus in a box. But this is like,
You can make
look
chicken nuggets. Just
at
cut
where
chicken
we
breasts into
are and
pieces
wondering
and it's
how
chicken
we
nuggets.
got here. That's so crazy to me. Processed food is designed to be addictive.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna front. I think it might be in my genetics in my family, addiction. Because it was a lot that ran through, and I've been quite addicted to some cigarettes, chocolate, sugar, of course. And it's true. I have to say, some things that'll touch your palate, hit some senses in your brain, and it's like, yes, you be in the car like, damn, I want to stop and get this, get that. Yeah, y'all feel it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's real.
Who's still eating these? Noodles?
Stop to that with the big kids. They're
A lot of
adults.
shit moving around.
But you was going in on it. Noodles.
Just put it under the microscope. Even Maddie can do that for a science project.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Who's still eating these?
Y'all stop eating them noodles.
And again, a lot of people, fam. If you want the answer, a lot. Grown people. I see them at work, 8 o'clock in the morning, motherfucker eating noodles, cup of noodles. Fucking horrible eating. Horrible eating. The kids look forward to noodles piled up in the grocery carts.
First time I seen them put it in the microwave to cook, I was like, holy shit, y'all, for real? This is what we doing? Wow.
Processed food is designed to be addictive, and people are addicted to noodles.
Yes, they are.
They act like that shit is actually a
You can
meal.
gourmet them, right? Add some stuff.
That's crazy. We're gonna give y'all some easy swaps. We're gonna give y'all some solutions, but I got a few more videos to get to because it was just a lot of different information. But let's take a look at some of our kids' school lunches, because this is where y'all send y'all kids. We don't send our kid to no goddamn school. We know how they feed them there. The same way they fed us. We be lucky if we get the fish sandwich with the cheese layer on the top. We be lucky if we get pizza. We be lucky. We look forward to those days. The rest of those days, that shit was basura. Garbage, jail food, preparing you for jail. And where did most of these people end up in? Jail. Asking you to send them noodles. And they say they ate like a king in jail. Yo, I ate like a king in jail. I had
Stacks
noodles,
of noodles
hot
all the way up to
pockets.
the wall.
I had fucking jerky. I had all types of processed artificial food in jail. I was eating like a king.
King, baby.
And then when a nigga like me come past and say, I don't eat that shit and I don't go to jail, you think you better than me. Nigga, I don't go to jail. They feed you in there. Why would you subject yourself to go there? Why would you subject your child to the school that's feeding them this? Who send their kids to school? Who can't go to public school?
Most people.
I know. But watch when that tax credit come. It's deplorable. It's actually shameful because they actually don't care. Who's kid eating that? Come get your kid food.
The carrots, the peas, the celery stick.
Come get your kid food. Fuck is that?
There's supposed to be onion rings up there.
The meat and the fish will make you sick.
Cooking with the public school. Cooking with the public school. That's what they feeding our kids. Your kids.
What's that? Something on the plate.
Hear the song?
Wheat and the corn, all the food is poison. Don't eat the food, it's
Black
poison.
beans on there. Old and dry.
Probably all sugar.
These kids were disgusted after being fed this food for lunch at school. Students across the United States have begun posting what they get served for lunch. It's a funny but concerning...
Y'all act like stuff changed. You know, the school is brand new that we send our kids to and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Maddie was in one of the most brand new schools here. And the same fucking school lunch was being delivered. I'm like, this is what they got? Oh, we gonna bag up some lunch.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
Still the same.
Like, for real.
They act like it's changed. Or is it just dating?
Definitely.
Is it just Instagram that changed?
Right.
This is the shame.
But let us point
that
out.
is society. Please
in
do.
the Adirondacks, Saranac Lake, their schools have gourmet chefs and such. Like everything's fresh, salad bar, all of that. Yeah, certain communities
Juice is full of
make
sugar.
sure they kids get fed
Your
properly.
body will tell
I'm
you.
just saying.
I love that video when I first saw it, baby. Cochise.
Baby Cochise.
Baby Cochise wasn't having it. Carrot, ginger, turmeric juice made by Lakewood.
Made by Mrs. She said.
Yeah, that would probably be the time we use Lakewood. Okay. It took time and research to learn to unlearn. My son taught me to read labels. Just because it says non-GMO, you still have to read the ingredients.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
A lot of stuff say it too.
They can't cook. They can't cook. Right, little one. Mashed potatoes. That's right. He telling his mama.
I've known some young folk, man, and they spoke up, you know. They were willing to advocate for themselves to their parents, and, you know, to no avail. Parents do what the fuck they want.
Yes, indeed. I tell people every day, if you can get some cauliflower, real cauliflower, it looks like a cabbage, but it's separate like a broccoli. It helps you lose weight. It protects against heart disease and cancer. Cauliflower is very, very important vegetable. Read up on it, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, will do.
Indeed. Cauliflower rice is a suggestion from
recently
a team. And Time agrees. They are having
crazy they say
pleasantries.
that.
Fresh
Just
salad
saying that.
and fruit from Sis. Yes, indeed. We're going to give y'all some alternatives and a few suggestions.
Concerning new trend called lunch shaming. The food you're currently seeing doesn't look like it's safe to eat,
wait,
and
what
parents
kind
have
of-
called lunch shaming.
Wait,
The food currently a concerning new trend called lunch shaming. The food you're currently seeing doesn't look like
the kids are doing what?
After being fed this food for lunch at school, students across the United States have begun posting what they get served for lunch. It's a funny but concerning new trend called lunch shaming. It's a funny but concerning new trend called lunch shaming. Funny but concerning new trend called lunch shaming.
It's called lunch shaming.
Lunch shaming.
Again, it's funny. Shame is fine for everything except hoes and bitches with loose pussies. As soon as you say the word shame, if a girl reacts, she probably got a loose pussy. Because
She was bullied.
shame is needed and necessary. This shit is shameful. The food we eat, the food we are given, the food given to our kids, Monsanto, the shit that RFK is fighting against, this lady right here. What the fuck is wrong with the word shame when it comes to this? What about this lady right here?
Children today are about 20% more likely to develop type 1 diabetes than they were 20 years ago. Childhood cancer rates are rising a percentage point every year. Asthma is up, so is ADHD, allergies, virtually every type of psychological disorder. In 1980, autism was diagnosed at a rate of just 3 or 4 per 100,000 kids.
Word.
Today, a newborn child has a 1 in 36 chance that he or she will be autistic.
That's crazy.
And that rate is also rising every year.
That's crazy.
Who cares about politics if the next generation is dead or close to it before they can even vote?
Right.
Just to reiterate the war on moms in this country, today, virtually everything a child eats or drinks will be served on a plastic plate, in a plastic bottle, or be eaten from a plastic container with plastic utensils. Human breast milk now contains thousands of microplastics. If you need formula, you can't find it without inflammatory seed oils or soy. Parents have to order it and buy it from Europe.
Wow.
Does this all seem overwhelming to you? Good. This is what the American mom deals with every day.
Amen.
Yeah, you heard that chick say amen?
Amen.
Yeah, whatever. Because again, I heard you allude to Mothers Against Drunk Driving and how mothers made change in the earlier video that I played.
Yes.
Mothers. So if we are lacking, guess who the blame is? See how they want to get the praise for making the change, but not the blame when shit is going wrong. And all of the dysfunction because of food in our country. What did she say about the breast milk?
It has
and these bitches ask, is it my breast milk?
I really struggled with the breastfeeding. I did it for 3 months, and I don't know if it's because of my breast implants, but
I don't know.
I don't know if it's because of my breast implants. Nikki.
On top of all the other horrible things you've done.
Damn!
Thus far to your body.
These bitches.
They don't think they mess up those milk ducts.
These bitches is crazy. And call them a bitch and they'll concentrate on. That's not the issue. This is the issue. Bitches.
How you think the milk's supposed to flow around that naturally?
I did it for 3 months, and I don't know if it's because of my breast implants. I did it for 3 months, and I don't know if it's because of my breast implants, but I did it for 3 months, and I don't know if it's because of my breast implants.
Yeah.
Children today are about 20% more likely to develop type 1 diabetes than they were 20 years ago. Childhood cancer rates are rising a percentage point every year. Asthma is up, so is ADHD, allergies, virtually every type of psychological disorder. In 1980, autism was diagnosed at a rate of just 3 or 4 per 100,000 kids. Today, a newborn child has a 1 in 36 chance that he or she will be autistic. And that rate is also rising every year. Who cares about politics if the next generation is dead or close to it before they can even vote? Just to reiterate the war on moms in this country, today, virtually everything a child eats or drinks will be served on a plastic plate, in a plastic bottle, or be eaten from a plastic container with plastic utensils. Human breast milk now contains thousands of microplastics. If you need formula, you can't find it without inflammatory seed oils or soy. Parents have to order it and buy it from Europe. Does this all seem overwhelming to you? Good. This is what the American mom deals with every day.
Amen.
Since this app is getting banned, fuck it. Hydrating yourself, you have to drink food coloring. If you have a headache, you need to eat food coloring. If you want a mouthwash, you have to mouthwash with food coloring. Brush your teeth with food coloring. Sweat less with food coloring. Wash your body with food coloring. In America, this should only be acetaminophen. But only here do we add all of these extra random ingredients to the concoction. Always food coloring. Dye your hair with food coloring. Wash your clothes with words that none of us can even read. Snack on food coloring, multiple food colorings, of course. We can drink microplastics. When you break down everything in this aisle, it's just oil, salt, and some sort of carbohydrate mixed with a ton of hyperpalatable ingredients that are no good for you. If you need energy drinks, there's something underlying that's wrong. Or candy, same thing for children until you get older and understand the effects on gut health. Cookies are actually not even real food, it's just sugar and junk. Now they're even freeze-drying our candy to make us think it's better for us. If you actually look at the ingredients on these versus these, they're the exact same. Eat some foaming Skittles. Nuts and seeds could and would be good for you if you didn't buy them in America, because this should be a cashew with rosemary and sea salt. But it's a cashew with sugar, peanut oil, silicone dioxide, anti-caking agents. Like, what are we doing? So out of this entire aisle, you have regular almonds. Everything else is not even food. You have one option. Same thing, your crackers, your snacks, your cookies, your chips, no options. Imagine if everyone in the world knew, wow, that's the only healthy thing in this entire aisle. We have turned actual fruits and vegetables into juice drinks, stripping them of a majority of their nutrients. You see, proudly baked in the USA. Of course it was, because it's going to contain a bunch of food coloring. We're in another aisle of just food coloring, grains, and oils. I mean, this one's so colorful it's crazy, but it cools your mouth. Wonder what ingredient they're using over here to cool our mouth. That's right, probably banned ingredients. You got your yummy non-omega-3 fatty acid oils, which yes, you need omega-6 and omega-9, that's normal, but they use that and all the other things that have the bad ingredients. We have Jell-O, which is going to contain maltodextrin, acesulfame, aspartame, and food coloring. But remember, it's because it's an American company. So you can see, American company, sucralose, HFCS, high fructose corn syrup. So here's where it comes together. You have Heinz, an American company. There's your HFCS again.
Shame!
It's just kind of infuriating. It's a damn shame. Damn shame. Word. Whew.
A lot of information. A lot of information. Sis said no loose coochie. I'm with you, sis. God damn it. I am with you. Again, the offensive things is the word bitch. The offensive thing is the word break.
Right.
That's the offensive thing. Your tone. Not what we feeding our kids. How you taking care of our kids. How you're spending time neglecting your kids. Spending all this time voicing discontent and admiration for the idea of men or the discontent of men. More suggestions? Asian pears, golden cherries, golden raspberries are delicious when they are in season. If you are told by a surgeon you can't breastfeed after breathing augmentation, breast augmentation, I'm sorry.
She said the fuck.
Make sure your olive oil is in a glass bottle. Tell him, Tom. Tom know what he's talking about.
That juice, man, the juice has always been a thing for me.
Okay.
You know, as long as you've known me, do I drink store-bought juice? Like, even if I go to taste it, like, I need something extra, right? It'd be like, ugh, like, I don't know how y'all drink that shit.
Yeah.
But they've always, you know, had the ocean spray and, you know, all that stuff. But y'all.
Yeah, it's not real.
Yeah. When I can create it. We seeing now that I can make all that juice.
Absolutely.
So.
And again, how sexy it is.
Ooh.
When you walk up to me like, baby, look, I made you cranberry juice. Like, holy shit, she made cranberry juice.
And I be in there like tasting it, it's not sweet enough
Right.
or whatever. Gotta add a little honey or the, you know,
Right, baby,
maple
baby,
syrup.
baby. I see you with the ginger ale.
Dates.
Made you some ginger ale. Look, homemade ginger ale. Made ginger ale. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But just the way your diet had to change because of health and the way we all kind of accommodated, like we fall in line. It's not like we eating bullshit right in front of your face. Like, we all eating pico, we all eating chips, we all you know what I mean? Like,
Healthy
we're all
variety.
right, changing and curtailing,
Black
and we
bean
have our
chips.
moments where you know what I mean. You call me at work at lunch, I might be at Chick-fil-A, like you like, what did you eat for lunch today? Like,
You never
yeah,
been big
Chick-fil-A.
fast food though. If you get a
Right,
chicken sandwich,
but
you'll
yeah,
take two big
it's once
bites
in a
and that's
while,
pretty
yeah.
much it. Like
Yeah.
it's never, eating the whole thing of anything.
Very much
We've
in
never
moderation.
Sat down
Absolutely. You said mommy pointed it out to you, like, boy, don't finish his food. Like, he don't
Unless he
finish nothing.
finishes food, like
Yeah.
but
Some days
it's
I
not
want
something.
it. Absolutely.
And now, the end of the month it's Ramadan, so it's definitely a practice
Absolutely.
to lead up to that.
28th
So you
is-
definitely
28th
should
is coming.
try to gradually, fast now,
Yeah.
leading up to 28th. So I think I'm gonna join you this
Okay. Yeah.
this time.
The
to be my
28th
first-
is the first day of Ramadan. So from the 28th of February to the 28th of March, we will be fasting during the daylight hours and breaking our fast at night. So we won't be
Sun's-
streaming anytime
sun's
during
down.
the day. So my, Saturday streams that are usually at around 3 o'clock, those are going to be pushed back,
Yeah.
if at all,
At least it's still at a time where the sun goes down early.
for the most
If it was
part.
in August,
Oh,
I
it's
probably would be like, I don't think
yeah.
I can do it, but I think
it's
I
coming.
can.
It's
I
coming.
know now what to fill up on, before the sun comes up to keep us full through the majority of the day. So the
Indeed.
sun is going down at 5:30, 6 o'clock. They can handle that. They can handle that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get back to a little bit more information before we get back to a few more videos. Let's give a little bit of information and let's drop the link if anybody want to come up. Sis, I believe you got the keys. I believe we worked all of that out earlier this week. If you would like to, you are always welcome. And any healthy food enthusiasts, aficionados, come on up. Easy swaps. Whole foods versus processed alternatives. How to outsmart grocery store tricks. Shopping the perimeter and reading labels, like that young man was alluding to in the grocery store, where nothing is real.
Yeah, it's gonna make you mad.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna upset you. I mean, if you want to be conscious and change, because you'll look at it and be like, God damn.
Yep. I mean, even as far as the cashews, we get our cashews downstream from the motherland.
Yeah, and I would like Sprouts. Sprouts is like this organic and just one of the great
Yeah.
higher echelon of stores, and them shits was like wax.
Yeah. Shit tastes like coffee.
So,
Quick meal prep tips to avoid fast food temptations. The 80-20 rule, how to eat better without being extreme. Again, nothing happens overnight. Like I said, there's going to be times where you have an indulgence, but make that a time.
Yeah.
Don't make that a habit. Don't make an excuse to do that all the time. Because again, watching Dr. Now, this is what I see. Excuses to eat the same food all the time when
Yes.
change is what's needed and necessary for results. What do you think, Mrs.?
I mean, that gradually consider, even if it's switching up your breakfast. One meal at a time, switching that up. Going without lunch. We've been programmed here in America to 3 meals, and breakfast should have eggs, sausage, and bacon, and biscuits, and pancake, and waffles, and nuts and berries, and
That's a fact.
juice, real fruit juice kind of stuff. Oatmeal. It's just some things we should be having.
Absolutely.
And we're not, especially the kids.
I mean, just to think about those alternatives and those swaps is going to be the best start. You know what I mean? Like, try to complete this challenge. What challenge, Mrs. Harris?
For 1 week, try cutting out any food with more than 5 ingredients and see how you feel. So any food that has more than 5 ingredients, cut it out. See how you feel. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That's our challenge for this week. That's our challenge for this week. You guys let us know when we tap in next Tuesday how you did. And if you need some Richard, don't even worry about it. Y'all know I got you. Let's share screen. Let's see. Damn. That's how deli meat made. That's how they make deli meat.
We grew up with it.
Let me get a ham and cheese.
Now, do you know why Mr. Muhammad teaches us not to eat from the pig?
Well, the pig contains certain disease-causing organisms.
Right. Right, you're exactly right. Now, that's the physical aspect. There's also the mental or psychological aspects, and there's the spiritual reasons why we're not supposed to eat of the pig. Look at the characteristics of a pig. He's sloppy, he's greedy. Greedy like a pig, isn't that what they say? They also say you are what you eat. So what we put into our mouths affects our minds and our heart. We don't want to take on these characteristics of sloppiness, of uncleanliness, of selfishness. Now, from a spiritual aspect or a spiritual standpoint, the Bible and the Quran teaches us that it is divinely forbidden for us to eat of any pig. In various chapters in the Bible and the Quran, it talks about this. So from a physical standpoint, from a mental or a psychological standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint.
And I see so many pigs walking around society. Pigs, gluttonous pigs. Mrs. Harris, I said something that made you giggle one time. I was like, I don't like people who make noise when you eat. Remember that?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just a New York nigga, but like, check this out.
Quick too. I get aggravated real fast. Like, I don't like when girls get food and they start dancing and singing like they never ate good food before. That shit turns me off. I hate that shit.
Smells so good.
I'm a foodie. This bitch. This bitch.
The truth is that most of them just want to be able to have control over the entire situation, bro. They want to be able to control where your money go. They want to be able to control where you live, what you eat. I ain't gonna even say what you eat because most of them can't fucking cook to save their life, right? They want to control how you supposed to lead them and how the conversation's supposed to go. Then you not my woman.
So again, you know, just being an admirer of Brother Malcolm, seeing he had his Betty. Betty was a master of nutrition. To see that, you know, our ladies of our home should be curating the atmospheres in which surround us, our environments, our bodies, wanting us to live longer, wanting us to be healthier, wanting to nurture our children, wanting them to be healthy and eat the right things and not push back when they see a bottle of water or like all of these things were kind of played out in my head already, like you say, like a lot of the intelligent ladies say, we as men, we kind of have a way things go in our head as well.
Absolutely. Right.
And this was one of the areas that health and nutrition, when you met me, I wasn't unhealthy, eating crazy. Like, I've always been pretty.
He was very conscious, yeah. I might have even tried to bring bad habits in.
I mean, story time. Y'all want a story? So I meet Mrs. Harris, and I'm not sure how long we knew each other, maybe 2 weeks, if that. And I
was very
meet
transparent.
meet up with Mrs. Harris, and Mrs. Harris is a little perturbed, just a little bit. I kind of noticed, like, yo, what's wrong? You okay? She like, yo, killing me with this. What's wrong, yo? Like,
you know, with my brother.
Right. She got into it with her brother. She got into it with her brother. I'm like, what happened? She was like, well, let me tell you, I wanted to make some bacon in his house.
Holy swine.
In his pot. And he said no.
Camera's dead.
Nikki was like,
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
but he was, adamant in his decision. And
So he want the
what
juices.
is up with our camera?
I want the juices from the swine on his pot, all of that.
Juice.
And of course, I was like everybody else. You don't shame me, and you ate. You was a big pork eater, pork chops, and all that. And of course, he's 6'4". I respected his house, and I did not cook the bacon there. Had a neighbor right next door. She's a swine eater. She said, "Come on over here, girl, and cook that bacon." But it's just those little things. Was like, he stood on his square, and I couldn't do nothing but respect him for that. So I was never, forceful on wanting to do something like that in somebody else's space or whatever. That might have been the last time I even ate some bacon until I got pregnant and I was craving it maybe 7 years later.
What's up with the camera? That's acting all crazy. But you asked me what I think about it when you met up with me.
Yeah.
What do you think? And I was
absolutely want to hear it.
And what did I say?
He said, I agree with him. It's like, okay. Now, was it a fuss? Was it a debate? Was I upset with you because you agreed with him? Was it like, why and this and that? And, no. But I understood and respected my brother when he, had to clarify why, So
Get another camera.
I think it was just showing me where your mindset was, because I knew that swine was something. Oh, I can't eat that. That's the thing. So maybe on kiss the lips that was eating some swine.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
know what I mean? So I absolutely understand people who have standards, boundaries, all that. Like it's a real thing. So I couldn't just come into your life and continue some of the behaviors that I had, and that was one of them, eating poorly. Like that's not, if you gonna be my lady,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like you gotta consider how you're feeding your body, So, and I wanted to be better because I came from an environment that less than, and didn't ever learn how to eat properly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't think any of us is taught that in school. 12 years of public school ain't teaching you how to nourish your body properly. Not at all. Not at all. And going to the doctor, they don't tell you nothing about nourishment. Doctors are not trained in nutrition. Yeah, not at all. So, we here now. But again, some of us can do so much damage from the process. Your body may not be able to recover. That's the awareness we want to bring. Habits, and it can destroy organs, it can destroy cells, and obesity is dangerous. It's dangerous to play with because we have our young people coming up 300, 400 pounds. They having heart attacks and things like that, very, very young. And it's unfair, and it's our fault for creating these bad habits. We got to take ownership of that. If we're not in the home, we're out and about, and we're working all the time. We make a whole bunch of excuses, but it's it's affecting us. We're seeing the results of us removing ourselves from the homes, ladies. Removing ourselves from wanting to cultivate a home and nourish our children and our husbands properly. Like it's a burden. It's become a burden for women. It's like a man has to have the qualifications of eating or how to cook. Absolutely should be a skill we all should have. Absolutely. But again, we are the most intuitive, and that means paying attention to everyone. And again, you lack the nurture. You don't care for others. Like, to be honest with your shit. We fail our children because we don't care for others. That's selfish. And that's where we are. And again, I keep saying the first solution is to admit you have a fucking problem. You have a problem, okay? We have a problem. We have a problem. Okay? We're sick and nearly dead. And our children.
What's this about, Caleb?
Caleb eating grilled tuna, pork chops right now. That's right. He thinking pork chops, but it's grilled tuna. Had to trick him to get him off of the pork. Awesome. And when the children were little, when they didn't understand, I absolutely told them everything was chicken. Yeah, that's chicken.
Austin in the building. What up,
Hey,
Austin?
bro.
Our camera is blurry.
What you
I'm
eating?
hearing, and it does look blurry. It's crazy. I switched cameras. You gotta mute yourself off.
Something in the air. Well, let me change the settings, make it the best quality. Let's see.
So you got speaker
Oh, here.
tight as fuck. There you go. Here it comes.
There you go.
Say something.
Oh yeah, that is. I don't know what's up with the camera.
You
Do I need to
almost
wipe them
there.
off? Maybe.
Maybe that's my shit. My shit over the increase.
Yeah, I don't know. You sound choppy. Go out, come back in.
You go out and come back in. You hear me now?
Yeah, I heard you tell me to go out and come back in. God damn. That's crazy. How you doing, bro? You good?
I'm good. It's time.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this what you call it. Let's do this. What's going on, man? Talk to the people. How you doing? What you think about today's topic about processed food and so on and so forth?
Don't build, can't build. I haven't had McDonald's in like 25 years, bro. Like I don't. Mm-mm.
Good job. Good job. Nah, it looks fine on our screen. It's on the YouTube screen where it's all blurry and crazy
Yeah,
like that.
it's like dark. Or maybe it's just the crunch. Tell them niggas get over it. We smoking over it. It's the crunch. Baby.
Ain't no chronic in the air though. That's the thing.
Right.
We don't
Cold
relax.
smoke out.
Let me make the lights
Brighter.
a little lighter. Let's get some lights lighting up in here. Let's see what happens with that. All right. How was your week? How's everything?
We talked about that last.
It's a new week this week. Maybe you know.
Yeah, but
We got to start. We have a better outlook on stuff.
not really. But
Okay. We was talking about processed food, about how it's affecting young and old people alike. And we went over a lot of information. 70%, maybe even over that percentage of the food in our grocery stores is ultra processed. And that's kind of crazy. This food, our schools, and it's just a lot of dangerous scenarios when it comes to eating. So you definitely want to be mindful. So what we doing is we just suggest that for this week, you can give it a try to eat foods with 5 ingredients or less. What do you think about that?
eat food with 5 ingredients or eat 5 ingredients.
Eat food with 5 ingredients or less.
Let me get an example. Because it's a lot of shit and a lot of now.
Your camera is going crazy.
Who mine?
Yeah, yours.
Yeah, just got super dark.
Because I'm switching some stuff around. Our camera is so. What I'm gonna do is cover my camera, throw on this virtual camera right there, and I'm still here, but that blurry camera is on now, kind of activating, kind of taking away from the quality of the show. I gotta figure that out. Yeah, I'm not sure. I got a new computer, so maybe it's the new computer.
That's that Elon Musk, nigga. He coming for you too. It's that Elon, nigga.
Damn.
It's not going down, son. No black, nothing positive. We shut all that down, son. That's the Elon
Sir
effect.
Hale is in the building. Hey, Sir Hale, hope all is well. He says salute to the tribe, checking in, and hope the tribe family is doing well. We are talking a little bit about food today, focusing on health. And today we focusing on your diet. Your diet is killing you in the process. A lot of processed food in America. And we just reflect on a few videos, a few banners that made it all make sense, and just reflecting on a couple of different things. What do you think about processed food in America? Awesome lady, please, and thank you.
Was that directed towards me?
Your thoughts? Yeah. You know what?
Yeah,
Let me
man. It's like everywhere, dude. Like you cannot escape it. Shout out to the parents who buy fresh vegetables and fresh food. It's a little more expensive to buy organic shit, but you really can't trust that either because they'll just slap organic on something and charge $5 more. But who really knows, right? Like so, unless you're growing your own shit, like my sister in Germany, like she grows her own fruits, her own vegetables, and shit like that. So it's man, like it's tough to eat. Find something healthy now, and you have to read those ingredients. The red dye number 3s and 4, 5s, and and I don't want that. So it especially with your children, man, because that's how you develop bad habits. Eating, shit that's high in sugar, high in salt, high
Point your
in
camera to the ceiling fan so I can hear your speaker.
point my camera. Oh, all right.
Yeah. Whenever
All
you
right.
point
So
your
like
camera up there, I can hear your speaker clearly.
now.
Yes, you're perfect.
Oh, right. Well, like I was saying, like especially with your children, it's like it's hard to break the cycle of hey, nothing to eat. Let's go to McDonald's. Let's go to Burger King. Let's go here. Let's go pop, blah 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 blah. Like it's good to indulge every now and then, but if you feed your kids McDonald's every single day, and then you wonder why they 200 pounds at 15. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I don't know why they're so big because you feed them all this hormone injected fake shit that don't catch fire, that don't mold, that don't that. So, like, it's hard. And if you look at what they serve lunch in, like, Italy, oh my God, dude. Shit is all fresh, pasta made fresh, this made fresh, fresh vegetables. You know what I mean? Like, so shit in China, all that shit is not processed. All that shit is fresh food, except this country where it's like, hey, we gonna give y'all these chicken nuggets, and y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna get these French fries, these donuts, these this, these that. Meanwhile, it's no salad. I don't know about Martin Luther King, but Paul Robeson, we ain't have no salad. The motherfucker, we had burgers, we had fries, we had spaghetti, we had fake meatballs, and them little granny donuts, and that was it.
The same thing the kids is eating now.
Yeah.
30 years in the present.
Right.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. What did y'all have for school lunches in y'all school? I did school lunch. I went outside. I went to the
You mean in high
school truck. Yeah, like I said, Martin Luther
Okay,
King.
high school.
Yeah, I went to the food truck, to the Chinese restaurant, to the deli across the street. I didn't eat in school. Again, I'm not like y'all. I'm not doing what y'all do. I had the butter crunch cookies and 2 chocolate milks.
We had the butter crunches.
Yeah, that's what I ate from school. I didn't eat their
We used to
food
beat the
though.
little niggas up and take their butter crunch. Nigga, me a fucking butter crunch.
That's a fact. But again, like it's choices. This is what make us us. It's a side door. Like we made it work for us. Like fuck out of here. I'm going out the side door, hold that shit open. I'm coming back, but I'm not
Yes,
eating this
sir.
shit in here.
We'll go outside and eat other street food.
We used to go smoke, but
shit.
This food was destroyed after a raid at one Oxford candy shop because they were caught selling over 600 products deemed to be unsafe. Things like American cereal and fizzy drinks containing banned or excessive additives were seized, as well as chocolate that didn't have labels in English, preventing customers from checking ingredients, sell-by dates, or even allergen information. In the last 3 months, Trading Standards destroyed over 2,000 unregulated products from the same shop, and back in February they even found carcinogenic American sweets being sold there. The seized products, which are valued at over £2,800, have since been incinerated, with the business having to cover the costs for the destruction. Westminster Council say there'll be more raids on shops in the coming weeks. All of
That shit is like drugs. They said it's addictive, right? And they raiding shops in other countries like drugs from American food and getting rid of that shit. And we feeding it to our people. So again, I understand why a lot of people are not gonna, gravitate to this episode, drop a comment, because a lot of us eat like this, but we have the opportunity to change. We absolutely have the opportunity to take information and incorporate little bits of change every day. Like this fun challenge.
Don't wait until your body is falling apart. And
the doctor tell you have to do it, and now you do it. Because I have a brother, shout out to Boogie, shout out to Boogie. But now the cigarette smoking is catching up with him, the poor eating is catching up with him, and he's like, bro, now I have to change my whole lifestyle. I have to have an oxygen tank forever because of the choices that I made as a child. And it's like, nigga, that's real. But the noodles, the cigarettes, the Kool-Aid, the low quality eating that we just chalk up to being the culture or being, economizing.
mad Chinese food, mad outside food.
It has consequences.
University just came out with a study about ramen noodles, saying that it causes adverse effects on your heart. It's the high sodium causes heart disease and diabetes and all kinds of different diseases. This is ramen noodles. Baylor University, you're a bit late on this. I mean, who did know that ramen noodles causes adverse effects?
Our community, obviously, because it's a large part of their diet, especially our children. Seriously, you know what I mean?
The cake,
they feed bags of fucking potatoes all day and every day. Them damn noodles. Goodness gracious.
And again, this is pop culture in America. Noodles, everybody know what noodles is. Most kids eat noodles. Most kids request noodles. Most kids will take noodles in place of
A chicken breast with some, rice and kids are picky. But you gotta nip that shit in the butt early.
Chicken breast, but
well, any chicken leg, and thigh, whatever, brother. You know what I mean. Kids will look at that and be like, "What's that?" That's nice. Create that. That's our fault. It's not kids' fault. It's not the kids' fault. It's our fault.
Yeah, that is very true.
Some common held are banned in other countries. Watch until the end because the last one will shock you. 1. American chicken is banned in the European Union because it's washed in chlorine during process. 2. American ground beef is banned because they use a chemical called pink slime that uses ammoniacs who has antimicrobial properties.
We just see that?
That's chicken.
Don't act like it's not true. We just saw it. Chicken is banned. Beef is banned. Earlier in the show, we talked about milk, cheese, bread, eggs. All bad. not good. Our diet that we keep in our house, if the milk is running low, go get milk. If the bread is down to the ends, go get bread, cheese, sugar, flour, meat, chicken, beef, everything in our refrigerator. Everything in your refrigerator is crazy.
Right, all of us.
So
We all
when
need to
Nikki gets a hysterectomy, most people would say that's a bad thing. No, it's not. She had to change her whole diet, which means we got to change our whole diet. Being a family is helping us live longer, helping us be more conscious about what we eat, more conscious about being around for the other people in the family. And Nikki's diet is crazy. None of this stuff we playing with this girl eat. I look over like, damn, beans, and not because she doesn't want to, but because it's not health conducive. But it's dope to see you like doing it and making it work. And again, incorporating the medicine cabinet is in the kitchen. I don't think that one fits. That one, I think it's this one right here that's plugged in next to my desk right there. Yeah, the medicine cabinet is in the kitchen. All the different elixirs, all of the different concoctions. Take this. You got a scratchy throat? Take this. You got, take this. Put this on your skin. Take this. Put this in your hair. Take this. And nothing is coming artificially made. Everything is made right there in that same kitchen where it's sitting at. The pico de gallo, the different crackers, the granola, the like, all inside the house. So for 1 week, we're gonna try to eat foods with 5 ingredients or less. Because this is what meat looks like. This is what chicken looks like.
And we
That's
used to
crazy.
play and talk about it and be like, we don't know what that is. You know what I mean? Like, they can pick up anything off the ground and put that in there. Like, I've never been able to, like, get the pre-cut fruits and things like that from the store because I imagine somebody picking all the grapes off of the vine, not washing their hands. You know what I mean? Cutting the strawberries. So this here is something. It's something unique.
Sis said the nuns cook. We have real food or brought food from home. That's a fact. The kids in New Orleans eat the noodles out the bag like chips with the seasoning pack. I was in shock when I saw that. Damn.
That when they was in show.
Hard and everything. That's crazy. All right, so we got chicken, we got beef.
Properties. It is dangerous for your health and will affect your gut health. 3, pork is banned because they use
Chicken, beef, and pork. It's the American diet. And then everybody got gut issues. Either your gut is over your belt,
Irritable bowel
or
syndrome,
it's all type of
everybody
shit
got
going
that
on
shit
the
right there.
inside. It's either on the outside or on the inside. But this is America. Tell me I'm lying. And it affects the women just as much, maybe even more than the men. Bloated, all type of thyroids, and all type of shit going on that
whole
they don't
reproductive
even know
system is
about.
crazy.
And it's your food, the shit that you be eating, that's affecting you. Your progesterone, your WAP.
Just being diagnosed with
Not the
endometriosis, my doctor not, like I said, they're not trained in nutrition. It was a lot of things that I could have done prior to having a total hysterectomy to help heal what was going on down there. None of that was suggested. It was just like, if you're in a lot of pain, we'll just take it on out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When the reproductive system is needed, it's needed. We can heal it, but you can. With certain therapies and changing your diet and stuff like that, because you got to imagine everything's inflamed.
That is
If
correct.
everything has mucus and it's inflamed, all those little nerves and all of it, it gets in there.
Chicken,
why it's so quiet.
beef, pork.
use a chemical called ractopamine that is to the animal feed. and has been proved to be harmful to health and is banned in 160 countries in the world except United States. Farm-raised salmon is banned because they use
God damn.
I'm not thinking about from the time of slaughter to the time it gets to our grocery store till it's
What is
sitting
he
on the
doing?
shelf
Is
for
he
a
taking a
week.
shower?
Like,
What you taking a shower?
oh, brother.
Okay, got
Oh,
a
he
grocery
sounded like he
store.
was in the
Yeah,
water.
for a week.
I just think
Who,
about
me?
how long it takes from the animals to be butchered and slaughtered to it getting on our table. You know what I mean? Like a week, a month. You know, it got to ship from Texas all the way up to the States up here. Like heat cold ratio. Yeah.
So the salmon is next.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, I said, damn, because we was just on the phone with our brother in Africa,
Oh,
and
my
I was making salmon
They made us
Sunday,
very aware.
and his friend said, "That's salmon."
God damn!
I said, "Yeah, that's salmon." She said, "No, that's not salmon.
She said that is not salmon.
That
Why-
is not
why
salmon,
is it
my
so
brother.
pink?
My brother, why
is it red like that?
I said, "Damn."
Salmon is not pink.
She said, "That's not salmon."
It looks just like mackerel when you cut it open. That's what it should look like. Not like that. So, you know. Shout out to America. Just gotta make everything pretty. Have you ever had a fresh salmon, brother, with the head and the tail and you had to cut it and slice it and fillet it yourself? Here?
I do.
Are they as red and pink as the fillets that we buy in the store?
If it's farm raised, I don't buy farm raised salmon because that's just bullshit.
Right, of course not.
Like it has to be fresh water caught. Like how them salmon swim upstream, and those who make it, those are the ones I buy. Like, oh, you
Right.
got lucky. You know what
Is
I
it
mean?
red? Is
But
it pink
yeah,
inside?
it's not red. It's more like a light pinkish hue, but it's definitely not red. So if y'all out there cooking red salmon, that's
Not
not
red, but you know, they be bright.
chemicals like metal, mercury, dioxin, and antibiotics. 5.
Like that right
Milk
there, no,
is banned because they use a synthetic growth hormone called Grug made by Monsanto that has been
Monsanto.
They putting rug in it, babe.
Yeah.
Monsanto
is
the
known
devil.
for putting shit in food. Shit,
Monsanto is the devil.
what's the guy name
They want a lot of
from
food.
Kings? Bill Meyer said that shit
Okay.
20 years ago that Monsanto is the devil because their food is
Yeah,
all
me too. I
fake
said it
shit.
too. 20
All
years
fake
ago,
shit.
I believe I said.
Yeah, we was doing a lot of research.
to increased risks in cancer and hormone issues. And
Okay, so we're all sick because of these food companies. I mean, why are we not in the uproar?
How do you not know though? How do you not
civilians
know?
of this nation?
Why would you think
We've
that
been
it was
being poisoned.
healthy for you, a human, to drink some milk from a cow and you think that was supposed to be good?
Yeah, I mean,
You thought
it's
that?
programming. It's generational
Hey,
programming.
I get,
if, you
but
know,
how do you think that
we
as a
don't
person?
think. We don't think.
And 6. Breakfast cereals like Frosted Flakes.
Obviously, we are not thinking.
Whoa, they fucking with Frosted Flakes? That's my shit now. Hold on.
Yeah, well, that shit got poison in it.
Don't be
And
fucking with the
Kellogg said
Frosted
they
Rice
ain't
Krispies,
none of
honey
the
bunches of
Frosted
oats,
Flakes
which have tea that has been linked to cancer, asthma, and behavioral issues in
See, so
wonder why
again,
kids-
all I hear is cancer, 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 and I'm not even gonna talk about the diabetes and the shit, the sugar that we just can't process. But the cancer, mostly everybody ends up with cancer, and we wonder how we got it. We walk up on people and talk to them like it just attacked us. Yo, you know I got cancer. You know I got diabetes. You know I got. No, you didn't get. You acquired. You went and chased it. You caught it. You were chasing it and you caught it. You eat nothing but sugar on top of sugar on top of sugar. Breakfast cereal with milk is one of the worst combinations in the world.
We've been ingesting that shit for years.
For years. 18 on top. And you get grown and get your own house, and guess what you do? Pile it up with cereal on top of the fucking refrigerator.
That's what I want. Anytime I want it.
Parents make you eat cereal. Eat you some cereal before you leave, boy. And again, this circles back to Ricky's statement. You want to control me. You want to control Ricky's words. You want to control everything except what you need to be controlling. That's your attitude and demeanor, because you a fucking grown person acting like your husband is in control of you. Blakey, let me ask you, if you in a party or an event and your wife is going crazy on some dude, yeah, you so and so and so and so and so, and people turn to you and say, sir, your wife is going off on that man over there. Why don't you control your wife? What's your answer?
It got to be a reason why he not controlling himself. She ain't just gonna flip just because y'all dancing. I ain't got no problem. But if you're being extra, then yeah, hey, you know what I mean? Go on and get at this dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but I ain't gonna be like, oh, nah, she's wrong or he's wrong. No, she's not going to flip for no fucking reason. She's flipping for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. Okay. Breakfast cereal and milk. Y'all back to
it used to be my best friend.
The greatest
right?
combination.
That feeling of comfort.
Euphoria.
It's true. It's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
speak
Right,
to it.
man?
You a
Like my
cereal
husband
person.
used
Speak
to,
to
yeah,
it.
my husband he used to try to tell me like, yeah, I don't know if you did every night. Like
Those endorphins.
you didn't want to beat me up or shame me. You know what I mean? But just
Or
make
break you and say
right,
you
right.
can't eat cereal every night because
But
I'm
now-
your husband. I said, who the fuck does that? No one does that.
I mean, the effects, the effects will show. 40 hit, my gut went crazy. Perimenopause, premenopause, whatever the hell you want to call it, hormones, all that food fucked up my hormones, fucked up my gut and everything now. Like I can't. The bread is done, eat right. Like it's just, all of it. It's just so overly processed. My body is reacting extremely. So it's eliminating now. Now I just got to eliminate this and eliminate that. And, you got to do it gradually. And, by the year, 2 years, you be off a whole bunch of shit. I'm just saying.
All right.
It's not
Add
easy.
cereal and milk to the list, y'all.
And children like lichen.
That was 6 foods banned in other countries that come from the U.S. What do you guys think so far about what we've been discussing about food in America? Tired as fuck. My boy is tired. Damn.
I mean, I knew it to be true because, again, living up in the Adirondacks, the Canadians had to come down here to buy groceries. There were certain groceries that they couldn't get there. And there was some things that they were not allowed to transport. Food, they were not allowed to transport from America through the border.
Right.
So now America got to keep the poison in there. Ain't that something? Because they already have an extensive, health structure, right? Medical industry there.
Indeed.
So, they got free coverage, right? So they don't want everybody walking around sick and nearly dead and needing to be in the doctor every fucking 3 months. Like, because that's where we are as a nation. I'm in the doctor all the time. And I'm skinny. So, imagine an obese person, a morbidly obese person ignoring all of the flags that their body is sending to them and just continuing the bad habits. And it's my trauma from childhood. Motherfucker, we all been traumatized. I get so irritated with everybody. Majority of people have been traumatized in their childhood from one thing or another. No daddy, no mama, mama dead, no food, poor, bullying, just name it. Abuse, molestation. Like, it's a lot of stuff. You're not the only one. Get over it. The fuck?
cheese and
Look
corn
at
today.
It's mac and cheese.
I had a friend who ate ketchup packets. On life, 8 ketchup packets. That was like a meal. Yeah. We keep these
No,
ketchup
it's
packets
not.
in my
It's
pocket.
not. It's not like a meal.
Yeah, like don't eat that. But no, they didn't listen.
Oh, it's still a wad.
Mothers,
It's
we should
still
be in an
alive.
uproar.
That's the
Uproar.
worst
She said
shit
it's
too.
still
Like,
alive.
mm-mm.
And everything in black and white. That don't mean go up and scream on the cafeteria people, you know, with the ghetto shit. None of that shit works. You write it out. You write it. You send it to the principal, the administration, the board of ed, you know, all of that. Other parents, you know, you advocate. One person can't make a difference. Y'all just don't want to make a difference. Shit.
I ain't gonna lie. So like,
What'd you say, Oz?
like, like sometimes that my job, man. Like I always go.
If you don't stop pointing that camera at you, because we
I'm
can't
not,
hear you when you point it at you. Point it up in the air, man.
It's just because I'm not trying to scream, nigga. It's 11 o'clock at night. My wife's asleep. But
It's chopping in and out. You don't have to
Oh,
scream. It's not about screaming. It's chopping. When you
all
point it
right.
at you, it
So,
chops up. Go ahead.
so at my job, like it's certain shit I don't order. Right now, it's certain shit I'm just restricted not to get. Right. So let's just say I'm a proponent of fresh vegetables, right? Fresh green beans, fresh carrots, fresh peas. Well, not fresh peas, but like they're frozen. But let's say if we have mixed vegetables, I'm not buying frozen mixed vegetables. No, I'll get lima beans. I'll get that, and we just mix that shit. You know what I mean? And they sometimes hate me for it, but I'm like, first of all, it's better because we can control the salt content, we can control the sugar content, we can control all of this stuff, and the residents love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck wants to eat canned green beans? This is terrible. We can get
No.
fresh green beans and like do shit like add roasted almonds, blistered cherry tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? Make it sexy, and they
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that shit. But when I first started, bro, everything was fucking frozen.
Yeah.
Frozen is frozen, and frozen chicken breast. I hate that shit because it's mostly water. So once you cook that shit, it, let's say it's a 6 ounce breast. By the time you cook that shit down to 3 ounces. It's small. It's tiny. You know what I mean? So I like to buy all my shit fresh, just because we can control what's in there. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Because they just
Absolutely.
won't freeze no chicken breast. They'll pre-season it. You know what I'm saying? Or like brine it with God knows what. Nah, nigga, I'm doing my own brine. I'm doing my own this, my own that, making my own mashed potatoes. Y'all niggas is gonna boil potatoes. Well, first of all, peel potatoes, boil them, and mash them shits up. So we know exactly what's in there. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yes, indeed. Let's get back to the kids' school.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. Oh, that's disgusting. What the fuck is that on the left?
Is that a
It's a
taco?
taco.
Bottom. What's that under
Maybe
it
bean.
though?
I hope it's beans. The only thing that goes with taco, right? What the fuck is that?
No, the mush right under there. Oh, that
Yeah, I
must
would
have fell
say
off the plate,
beans.
baby.
I hope it's beans. If it's
Why is the
taco
meat
day,
like gray? That's disgusting.
Right, it's gray.
this is what they
That's
feed our kids. This is
disgusting.
what they feed them. That's what they feed them.
Negative.
They call it lunch shaming. The kids are showing off what the schools give them, and they call it lunch shaming. Pizza day. What is all of this? They put yo.
Oh, just some
If you see me,
berries or something.
trying to see what's up.
What the hell's done. That's a lot of goddamn strawberries.
I look like chicken somebody put online the other day.
Chicken and
Y'all nasty. Y'all
strawberries. Like,
posting your
what
nasty
the
chicken.
fuck?
Trying to
I
get
mean,
like
I ain't had it
strawberries
strawberries,
are fine.
but they,
Right.
you know, they don't look
That
clean
light skinned
and
chicken look crazy. Look like Christopher
That
Williams
shit light
chicken.
skin as fuck.
That's crazy.
Somebody get thrown out.
they would. Child.
A team said mystery meat.
Oh Lord.
That's what they feeding the babies, man. That's what they feeding.
We were helicopter. Well, I was a helicopter parent. The older two that's graduated now.
A lot of things I agree.
Got sent to school with a lot of lunch. So we were very conscious. They got every menu every month. We looked over it. The days that they thought they were going to eat, they would eat. And, you know, the days that they didn't, they made lunch and took it with them. Brought a little extra occasionally. They knew they might have a friend or something, you know. Child. And I was in there.
Students across the country are posting images of some menu at their schools in a new phenomenon called lunch shaming.
How is that milk?
Cafeteria food has
saw
always
that
been
shit
the
the
butt of
other day,
jokes,
like,
but this isn't funny.
Again,
That's
Is
embarrassing.
anything wrong with lunch shaming? Everybody in the chat, is lunch shaming okay?
Yeah.
Racial shaming, right? Because we should be shaming Kellogg.
Monsanto is the worst.
Wow.
what they're giving us at lunch.
Students disgusted by what they're being served are taking their beef online.
Look at this. This is the main meal. It looks like puke and applesauce. Nasty.
In Patterson, New Jersey, parents are up in arms after images of moldy food and expired milk were shared online. Can you
It says a lot about the cafeteria team, you know, and if it's majority women, it's fucking disgusting and disgraceful that they would even think that it was okay to feed these children this food. You know?
Monday.
I'm just crazy.
It's bad. I just work here. I don't, you know, I just work here. That mentality, that shit is
8 hours and skate. They trying to get they 8 and skate.
Students across the country are posting images of what's on the menu at their schools in a new phenomenon called lunch shaming.
How is that milk?
Cafeteria food has always been the butt of jokes, but this isn't funny.
Look at what they're giving us at lunch.
Students disgusted by what they're being served are taking their beef online.
Look at this. This is the main meal. It looks like puke and applesauce. Nasty.
In Patterson, New Jersey, parents are up in arms after images of moldy food and expired milk were shared online. Can you even tell what this is? Apparently, it's supposed to be a chicken cheesesteak sandwich.
It's disgusting. And I definitely would not feed that to my children. I'm not sure that I would feed it to my pet.
Before the pandemic, many schools used to make lunch in the cafeteria. Due to staffing shortages and budget issues, those days are gone. Now, lunch is prepared by outside vendors. Students in Woodbridge, New Jersey say the food is inedible.
it's inedible. How can they learn if their brains ain't being nourished?
Exactly.
There's no way.
That's great.
You know, the additives, the preservatives is causing all kind of behavioral problems. Come on, you know, parents, you have to consider that what your children are ingesting is the problem. And if we start to wean them off, you may get back normal children. You know, some of the symptoms, you know, may die away a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I just remember, back in our days, people was 730. This one had
Right.
a chemical imbalance. It was so many different things that attributed to people's behaviors and food, things they ingested, chemicals, these additives, preservatives, so on and so forth, has always been something to be aware of. And in combination with the chemtrails and just like we're seeing the result of ignorance and negligence. And again, we bring children into this world with their best interests at heart. We want better for them, allegedly.
You know what's crazy?
So
son?
to see, you go ahead, Austin.
Like in this very moment, I just had a fucking epiphany that I owe Jessica a fucking apology.
Mm,
Cause I used to always be
okay.
like, yo, we're paying this money for these kids to go to these schools and you're making their lunch and you're driving them to school and you're doing this. And I see why.
Yeah.
Cause
Absolutely. We can't put our
I used
kids
to be
at the
like, what the
mercy
fuck? The hell no.
somebody else.
Let them eat lunch at
And
school.
as a
Let them blah,
man,
blah,
you
blah,
saw
blah.
his coddling too much.
Yeah,
Indeed.
huh?
I said, as a man, you kind of saw it as coddling them a little too much because we had a lot more freedom, coming up in New York without the parents
Yeah.
hovering.
But I definitely owe her a fucking apology because if that's the shit that's being
Hmm.
fed,
She was considering. Yeah. Yeah. Salute to her.
And
Better make
just
sure you deliver.
being mindful that, the school may provide them something that they might not want. They might not need to put in their bodies. And if we can give them an alternative, it does a lot of different things. Just showing them in hindsight when they get older, like, yo, this motherfucker really cared for me. This motherfucker wanted me to eat trash that they was giving us to
right?
these people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my damn kids, like she used to make lunch every fucking morning for all three of them. She
Hmm.
still do it for Ashanti now,
Indeed. Nah,
and
it's
I'm like,
important, man. Nutrition
yeah.
is important.
Now I see.
Yeah.
Shit.
Indeed. Indeed. So let's get back to
Really struggled with the breastfeeding. I did it for 3 months, and I don't know if it's because of my breast implants, but I really had a hard time. So I'm hoping this time around will be a better experience. I took the lactation capsules. I took cookies. I drank tons of water. I'm not really sure what else I could have done. I even went to a
Well, the
Mrs. Harris.
plastic surgeon should have told you that it's definitely going to affect, the quality um, of your breast milk if you can even lactate. So, just be mindful, young ladies, when y'all put them things in your breasts, you may not be able to feed your child. And all the poison that's in these formulas is not beneficial to your child.
I mean, and
Breast
always
milk.
remember that perfect storm. Again, you may have the breast implants, but if you eat a bunch of processed food and you have the breast implants, and it's like
Breast implants
Batman's
alone.
movie. If you take the mouthwash and the shampoo and the hairspray, you're gonna die with a smile on your face. And it's no different in society now. If you continue to indulge in the perfect storm of all of these things, it could result, horribly. But
Negatively,
the
yes.
implants is definitely gonna affect the quality of the milk that you produce out of said
If you
breasts.
can produce.
That part.
Shout out to the
Yeah.
Joker.
I mean, it's just a natural effect
shout,
of
shout out to them.
the breast, right? Can you remember back? It was so long ago. 3 babies, them shits get hard as a rock. Hard as a rock when they are full of milk.
And
So
that
if she has
was
to
when
eat
I was coming
cookies and
from.
all this lactation stuff, yeah, then there she's not filling up. It's not happening. And the breast implants absolutely can cause a problem.
Facts.
Shit.
Those was my best moments.
There's more potential for you to not be able to
Oh,
breastfeed than it is for you to be able to breastfeed.
Okay.
You might want to check with your physician, your surgical team before you do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, women
So,
don't think about the future though, so this is something that proves it. We do all these things and augmentations and make a lot of, irrational decisions off of, being reactionary.
gotcha.
And then later have to deal with the consequences of those said decisions. And then it's somebody else's fault, Yeah. Yeah.
So, what'd you think of tonight's topic, Mrs. Harris? Just, your diet is killing you in the process. The processed food and how it's hurting us both, young and old people alike. We got LeBron James' son had a heart attack. We got, people checking out 60.
Our
Irv
nephew
Gotti
died.
just passed away in his 50s. Again, something we talked about a long time ago. What is middle age to you?
Right.
Because when I look around and see my brothers going at 50,
Right.
Middle age just became 25. When they passed that 60, it just became 30. But when you were 30, you wouldn't have been able to tell us that. We had to be conscious and mindful about what we put into our bodies, what we ran up in with our bodies, who we impregnated with our bodies on us. What say you, Mrs. Harris?
That was a lot. On which part?
All of it.
Yeah. No, I
What you
ain't gonna
put
be
in
able
your
to get
body,
all of
what you go in with your body. Again, your body being
nutrition
important.
is important. So again, a lot of my reflection is from over the years. Knowledge was always given to me. It was how I received it, how I, decided to want to make change for self, and it didn't happen overnight. But when you should be able to make change and do better. That's if you want better for yourself. You want better health. You want a better mindset, clarity and all those things, and it comes with what we put in our body. It should be a well-oiled machine, not a clogged up, tight, mucus-filled, inflamed, every organ. Like, you have to look at your body like that. Something's going on in there. And we all are not, removed from habits, A lot of years of bad habits. It's going to take a lot of years to repair.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, just remain aware that processed food is designed to be addictive. And let's remember, our solutions for today. Easy swaps. Whole foods versus processed alternatives. How to outsmart the grocery store tricks, shopping the perimeter, reading the labels, being aware of what's in these grocery stores, what's in these products, doing your due diligence, and making the necessary changes. What say you?
Yeah. And my mother suggested a app that I just picked up. It's called Bobby Approved. It's a lot of stuff in there. So I guess you go in the grocery store, you can scan the barcode, and it knows if it's a approved product that's organic and natural,
right?
With the proper, the right nutrients and things like that. So if it's something that's not approved, it means it's overly processed or ultra processed food.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Bobby Approved.
Bobby
it's blue and it has a
Approved.
thumbs up in it. Check it out. Do your research if it's something you want to.
Yes, indeed. Or other, similar apps.
Yeah.
Quick meal preps tips to avoid fast food temptation. So prepare quick meals and things that you can take to lunch for work instead of fast food.
Yeah.
The 80-20 rule, how to eat better without being extreme. Nothing is cold turkey. Nothing is 100%. Right. So if you can 80-20 it until you get to where you need to be, that would be great. Everything in consideration and moderation. And finally, a fun challenge for the week, if you would like to try, is for 1 week, try cutting out any foods with more than 5 ingredients and see how you feel.
Yeah. Including juice and sodas, beverages. More than 5 ingredients, don't eat it or drink it.
Mrs. Harris, any
this
thoughts
was good.
on tonight's topic?
Oh man, just gonna be more and more conscious about what we ingest, and I'm gonna promote conscious parenting and love and abundance, because everything else is just
He said, she said.
Together.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Thank you.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, man, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What y'all think in the chat? Anything about health, nutrition, any suggestions, tips, anything y'all wanna drop on us before we get out of here?
Appreciate all the suggestions in
Sis
the
will
chat.
be up tomorrow. I believe we have a Tribe Reacts Day.
And it's a snow day.
It is, so get
it's
warm,
snowing.
snuggle in, get your pleasantries, and get ready to chill out. Thursday is versus.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And it's Valentine's Day, right? It's Valentine's Day.
Is it?
Yeah, today is the 11th, girl.
Oh.
So on Thursday it'll be the 13th. So
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Okay. Shout out to the Valentine's Day celebrators.
Any of them? Valentine's Day? Damn.
That's a lot of
That's crazy.
devil work going on with that.
That's
Okay.
crazy. But yep, Thursday is Valentine's Day. No, Friday is
Friday?
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yep, Friday is Valentine's Day. So Thursday's verses is probably gonna be. I was thinking the duets that we didn't get to last
that would be
week
good.
would be appropriate. But I was also thinking about, do you guys
Karaoke.
know about Southern Soul?
Southern Soul.
Because, I mean, there's love, right? You know what I mean? Valentine's Day, you could be in love, you get all lovey-dovey. But there's another side of love that we could explore on Thursday. And let's see. I got to sign in to...
It's making you sign in.
Nope. Gotta go into, how do I switch the logins on this? Give me a second. Let me see. How do I switch the logins on this right here?
You got this. You got this.
All right. And yeah, so versus is Thursday, and then I believe Ricky is Friday for jam session. I don't think Sis got anything lined up for that. I'll be back on Saturday, and Mrs. Sunday.
Sunday. Shane. Sunday.
So it sounds like we have a week ahead of us. You guys let us know what y'all got going on, and let's see what they talking about in the chat. Sis said yes. You covered a lot. All good. Every day is Valentine's Day, Sis said.
Cultivated in Virginia, you know. Virginia's the place for lovers.
I don't know why my Spotify is acting crazy, but it is. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. What we doing?
Said they don't want you to tell them what's going on.
What we doing? What
I'm
we
logging
doing?
in on going on over here.
What we doing? All right, there we go. Hold on. What we doing?
Yes.
This is crazy. It's this new computer, man. New computers, man. New computers, fam.
Right back.
Why I keep doing that? Damn. All right. Well, I guess you guys will see you on Thursday.
So pull up and pop in.
Yeah, we'll
Join
be ready
us.
for you. Yeah, I don't know what. That's crazy. I gotta do some setting up on this computer. Some more
Apologize for the
stuff.
camera stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that camera either.
two
That's crazy. Let me see something. Man. This is wild, man. Always something with computers, man.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's the computer's camera.
Let me see what
That shit terrible.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
That shit terrible. Let me see.
Yeah, that's blurry.
Shit
We got
terrible.
red faces. My face is red. I know I was red bone, but look like the
A whole head.
look at that's crazy.
So. How's the camera look now, y'all? Look better in here now, right?
No,
Still the same?
Blurry. Well, how blurry it is. Let's see. And I got it high quality.
Get this in order. What about
Ooh,
that camera?
Sis said, make sure you poop. Some of y'all is full of shit. LOL.
Wait, literally or
Every
figuratively?
meal, poop. You should be shitting.
Yeah,
If you eat
I
three
mean,
times
that's
a day,
true.
you should be shitting three times a day.
Yeah.
And we know that. Y'all asses is clogged up. You know it's messing with the colon.
Every
slippery elm. You know, a little olive oil. Make it slippery. Clean that gut out.
How the camera look now, man? How the camera look, y'all? How the camera look, sis? No, thank
So
you.
on the big TV, it looks
She
clear.
said no,
but
that
on the-
camera is good. No, maybe too far away from y'all.
Maybe.
That looks good, brother. What the hell is up with these cameras, man?
It might be a little.
Okay. Okay. See. What about this one?
I look bright.
Slide closer.
Light.
Slide closer. Let's see. Let's get this worked out. Ain't disrespecting sis show when we go on. Watch said okay. Watch said okay. Sis said no.
Yeah, when
go
I'm closer, my
back.
face is clear. Damn.
Sis said no. Go back.
To the left, to the right. Back there.
This is crazy. Slide to the left. Now slide to the right.
Yo, telling me with this. Lakewood means rewind, the gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind. Yo, telling me with this.
All right, I think we might have it for the next showing, but I'm gonna have to do some work behind the scenes still. Mrs. Harris, final thoughts. Get us out of here. Let's get these people out of here. Who's on? Who's on?
Hashtag Tribe Vibe, so everybody can add your YouTube link in the chat.
Yep. Yep.
Get on to somebody besides yourself.
That's a fact.
Be more conscious about what you put in your body
That's a fact too.
and who you allow inside your body.
Hey, yo. See? You act like you ain't know what I
Whose
was
body
talking
you
about.
jumping in.
Yeah, you act like you ain't know what I was talking about. Talking about what you said. Which part? That part. All of it.
All of it. Damn. Be conscious.
All right, y'all. Be good.
Peace.
Sis, what's up?
I was coming to tell you about the camera.
Okay.
Yeah. What's going on with it? You can't move close like that? You said back up.
No. Go back to the other camera that you had. Not this one, but the other.
Go back to the other one.
Go back to that.
Yes. Perfect. It looked good on
That one's better.
Yep.
Okay.
So what the heck is going on with the other one? Hold on, I mean,
It is an angle because the
twisting?
front, that was
twist and turn that one.
yeah.
Let's see what he can do. That's crazy. How you doing, sis? You all right over there?
Okay. I was in my fourth. Why are you all bright lights? What's going on?
Because it was so blurry, I wanted to know if it was blurry because of the lighting or if it was blurry because of the camera. Is the camera getting better now?
Yeah, it is.
She said yes, it's getting better.
And yeah, that's kind of it's probably because it's like that guy's too far away, maybe.
Okay, hold
Or the,
on.
or the angle is weird. Because like the camera that you got on right now is like y'all bright. Good lord.
She said we bright. It's because of the white. It's white lights. Number
Like-
of white lights in here.
Brother Redbone now.
Damn. She called me Redbone. She said I'm light skinned up here.
Yo, telling me with this.
Sis, don't do me like sis, don't do that.
Y'all just ooze hate. Y'all ooze hate.
Sis, don't.
Oh yeah, that's much better. So both cameras are good.
Damn.
I don't know what I have going on.
Yeah, I don't either. But we got it together now, and we up tomorrow, right? Kind of in sync with what you got going on tomorrow, right? With this nutrition and food and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, food is important. Food is important.
We gonna talk about the side effects of overeating.
Sounds good. My suggestion to close out would be eat to live, don't live to eat.
Yeah.
Eat with purpose.
Absolutely. Like my man Cashew Daddy would say, eat with purpose.
Eat with purpose.
I'm waiting on my cashews too, Cashew Daddy, goddamn it. Shit. But yeah, man, we'll be back tomorrow with Sis. You guys have a good night. Be good to somebody other than yourself. That's when real character shines through. Check up on who checks up on you. Love up on who love up on you. And be good to who be good to you. That's a tribe vibe. The rest of y'all take a poo every time you eat because y'all